Hello and welcome, my friend. Today we're going to explore something simple, friendly, and very useful, small talk, and how it helps you speak English naturally. In this episode, we'll practice 50 small talk starters that you can use in daily life, even if you're a beginner. You don't need perfect grammar, you don't need long sentences, and you don't need to sound clever. Small talk is not about being impressive, it's about being comfortable. I'll speak slowly and clearly so you can listen, follow, and repeat if you like. These small talk starters are short, natural, and easy to remember, the kind of sentences real people use every day. As you listen, imagine simple situations, meeting someone new, talking to a colleague, standing in a line, or chatting with a neighbor. Try to feel the rhythm of the sentences, not just the words. Speaking becomes easier when you practice these small, friendly openings again and again. So relax, breathe, and let your voice join the conversation. Small talk is the doorway to real communication, and today, step by step, you'll learn how to walk through it with confidence and ease. And as we begin, let's first understand what small talk really is. Small talk is not about deep opinions, complex ideas, or perfect language. Small talk is simply a bridge, a gentle way to move from silence into conversation. It helps people feel comfortable, it helps you feel human, and most importantly, it helps you practice speaking English in real situations without pressure. Many learners think small talk is unimportant, but in reality, small talk is one of the most powerful speaking tools you can learn. Because once a conversation starts, everything else becomes easier. So today, we'll move slowly, we'll keep things simple, and we'll focus on natural sentences that you can actually use. Imagine you are meeting someone for the first time. You don't know what to say. Your mind feels empty. This is where small talk starters help. They give your mind a place to begin. And once you begin, the fear becomes smaller. The words begin to flow. Confidence grows quietly, without force. Let's start with one very important idea. You don't need to remember all 50 small talk starters at once. You don't need to memorize them like a list. Instead, let them become familiar. Let them feel natural. Choose a few you like, practice them, repeat them, use them in your daily life. Over time, they will become part of you, and when that happens, speaking English will feel much easier. We'll begin with simple greetings and openers. These are the easiest and most natural ways to start small talk. Sentences like, "Hi, how's your day going?" or "Hello, nice to meet you." These sentences are short, friendly, and safe. You can use them almost anywhere, at work, at school, in a shop, on the street. When you say them, smile gently, speak slowly, let your voice be relaxed. The goal is not speed, the goal is comfort. Another great small talk starter is asking about the situation you are both in. For example, "This place is busy today, isn't it?" Or, "The weather is really hot today." These sentences are easy because you don't need to think deeply. You simply talk about what you see. This removes pressure from your mind. You are not creating ideas, you are observing. And observation is one of the easiest ways to speak naturally. Now let's talk about weather small talk. Weather is one of the most common small talk topics in English. Why? Because everyone experiences it. You can say, "It's really cold today," or "It's a nice day, isn't it?" Or, "I wasn't expecting so much rain." These sentences are simple, and they often invite a response. The other person may agree, add a comment, or share their feeling, and just like that, a conversation begins. Another gentle way to start small talk is by asking simple, open questions. Questions like, "How was your weekend?" or "Did you have a busy day?" These questions are friendly and not too personal. They give the other person space to answer comfortably. And when they answer, you can respond with short sentences. You don't need to say much. Listening is also part of speaking well. Now let's practice small talk in daily situations. Imagine you are waiting in a line. You can say, "The line is long today," or "I hope it moves fast." These sentences are natural and easy. They show that you are friendly, not silent. Even if the other person only smiles or nods, you have practiced speaking, and every time you practice, your confidence grows a little more. Imagine you are at work or school. You can say, "How long have you been working here?" Or, "Are you busy today?" These questions are common and polite. They help you connect without pressure. Remember, small talk is not about saying the perfect thing. It's about opening the door. Once the door is open, conversation becomes easier. Now let's talk about compliments as small talk starters. Simple compliments can be very powerful. You can say, "I like your jacket," or "That's a nice bag," or "Your presentation was very clear." Keep compliments simple and genuine. You don't need big words. Simple words sound more natural. Compliments often make people feel good, and when people feel good, they talk more. Another helpful small talk starter is asking for small opinions. For example, "What do you think about this place?" Or "Have you been here before?" These questions invite conversation without pressure. There is no right or wrong answer, and when the other person answers, you can respond with simple phrases like, "Oh, I see. That's interesting," or "Good to know." These small responses keep the conversation alive. Now let's slow down and talk about how to practice these small talk starters. The best way to practice is aloud. Speak them softly to yourself. Practice in front of a mirror. Practice while walking. Practice while doing daily activities. Say the sentences slowly. Feel the rhythm. Let your mouth get used to the movement. Speaking is physical. The more you practice, the easier it becomes. Another important part of small talk is body language. Relax your shoulders. Keep your posture open. Make gentle eye contact. You don't need to stare, just look naturally. Body language supports your words. When your body is relaxed, your voice becomes relaxed too, and relaxed speaking sounds more confident. Now let's talk about what to do when the conversation feels short. Sometimes small talk ends quickly, and that's okay. Not every conversation needs to be long. If you say one sentence and the conversation ends, you still practiced. That still counts. Speaking is built on many small moments, not one big conversation. So don't judge the length. Focus on the action of speaking. Another important skill is reacting naturally. When someone answers your small talk question, you don't need a long reply. Simple reactions are enough. You can say, "That sounds nice," or "Oh, really?" or "I understand." These reactions show interest and keep the conversation flowing. They are easy to remember and very useful in real life. Now let's talk about fear. Many beginners are afraid of starting small talk because they are afraid of mistakes. But remember this, small talk is forgiving. People do not expect perfect English in small talk. They expect friendliness. They expect effort, and effort is always respected. So speak even if your grammar is not perfect. Speak even if your accent is strong. Communication matters more than perfection. Another powerful idea is repetition. Use the same small talk starters again and again. Don't worry about sounding repetitive. Native speakers repeat small talk phrases all the time. Repetition builds comfort. Comfort builds confidence, and confidence makes speaking natural. Let's also talk about listening. Small talk is a two-way street. When you listen carefully, you learn new phrases. You learn how people respond. You learn natural expressions. Listening helps you grow without effort. So when someone speaks, listen calmly. You don't need to understand every word. Focus on the main idea. Respond simply. That is enough. Now imagine yourself a few weeks from now. You start conversations without fear. You use simple small talk starters naturally. Your voice feels more relaxed. Your mind feels calmer. This is not because you became perfect. It's because you practiced consistently. Small talk gave you a safe space to grow, and this growth feels quiet but strong. Remember, small talk is not small. It is the foundation of real communication. It helps you connect, it helps you practice, it helps you feel part of the conversation. And every time you use a small talk starter, you take one more step towards fluent, natural English. So take your time. Choose a few small talk starters you like. Practice them gently. Use them in your daily life. Speak slowly, smile softly, and trust that your English is growing one friendly sentence at a time. You are not late. You are not behind. You are learning, and every small conversation you start is proof that you are moving forward. Stay calm, stay curious, and keep speaking. I'll see you next time.